Hi everyone, Psychic Medium Valerie K here. How are all of you doing? I'm sorry I had to change Patio chat from Thursday to Friday. I had a medical thing yesterday that I had forgotten about. So here we are on Friday. I hope y'all are doing well. So it is 95 days until midterms. 95 days. July has definitely lived up to being the start of the Nexus. It's been a wild ride, and keep those seatbelts tightened because it's not letting up right now, unfortunately, but it will be getting better. So before I get started, I have had quite a few inquiries about readings. I'm not doing readings right now because I don't have my office yet. I'm still getting ghosted by our absentee adjuster. And so that is how Patio Chat got started in the first place. And here we are. But I do appreciate the inquiries. And when I do get started up again, I will let you know. Yes, I do the video chats. Yes, I do. Let's see. This is for entertainment purposes only. We've got a lot to talk about. A lot has happened this past week. So I did forget to mention last time when I did Q&A that Spirit has been telling me to beware of false flags, and I'm going to pass that on to you because as we start talking about things going on, I'm just afraid there's going to be some false flags put out before midterms. But if we are aware of it, then it will happen, and we'll know what it is right away. So this is all for entertainment purposes only. I talk about what has happened in the last week. I give my energetic impressions. And on Patio Chat, unlike Q&A, I do give opinions frequently too. So if that's going to trigger you in some way, then this is probably not for you. And that's okay. That's okay. You can just go to another channel. So let's start with the press dinner, which feels like it was a month ago. So much has gone on since then. It's crazy, isn't it? So I don't know if you watched it or not. I did watch the introduction for the New York Times reporters who got the Catherine Graham Award. And Wolf Blitzer was up there explaining why these reporters got the award. And Trump was on the dais, and he sat there, and Wolf explained how the one reporter, when Trump sued the New York Times for this, for $20 billion, something like that, he gave the reporter's home address. And so somehow he doxed her, and she had to move with her family. She had to go somewhere else. So he was sitting there, and he was just laughing about it. There were some people clapping. Yeah, hearty har har, right? Hilarious. So then he gets up, and he starts in. He had some really lame jokes, and it was awkward, and nobody knew what to do, and it wasn't funny. And then he started in on Caitlin Collins, who also got an award. Let's see, her award was the Award of Excellence in Journalism. And he said that it was a fake, he said it was a fake award, and she only got it because of him. And then he thought it was a joke when he said he thought that he saw her on TV. He thought that she had gotten a Budweiser commercial, and actually, oh, wait a minute, it was Dylan Mulvaney. And then, yeah. So I was telling, I mean, the jokes were awful. He was bombing. And so I told my husband, I said, prepare for him to spiral tonight. Because he does not like to be humiliated or embarrassed. And he spiraled all night. He was up all night posting stuff. And one of the memes he posted was Caitlin Collins on Dylan Mulvaney's body in that Bud Light commercial. Yeah, not a surprise there. So, feels like a month ago. It wasn't even a week ago. Then, I could feel him just fuming. It was crazy. Then Lindsey Graham's funeral happened, and Zelensky and Netanyahu were there. So I kind of tuned in for clips of that. Netanyahu's election is October 27th, I believe. And I was told that he is going to be doing things because he's getting desperate. I am seeing a man in a military uniform being the one who is going to be elected. So I don't know how elections work over there or anything, but that's what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing Netanyahu beginning to panic more and more. And I do believe that goes back to the false flags thing. So another thing that happened at Lindsay's funeral was Hannity got up there. That's one of my Bostons snorting, as they do. So Hannity got up there and said that Graham was unfairly characterized as a warmonger. And then after him, Trump gets up and says Lindsey Graham never saw a war he didn't like. I mean, it was like things are writing themselves right now. Truth really is stranger than fiction right now. So then later on in the week, it came out that Trump wants Gianni Infantino, the head of FIFA, to be the next Secretary General of the United Nations because everybody likes him. That's not what we've heard about Gianni Infantino. So that is in itself really odd. And then UEFA came out, which is 55 football countries that play football in Europe, and has said that they will not participate in the World Cup if Infantino sells a stake of FIFA to this investment group that Jared Kushner's brother is heading. And yeah, Infantino, I mean, this has all been so transactional. I'm not surprised, but it's still shocking. So there's that. And also, since I first heard about it, other countries have also said that they are not going to participate in the whole World Cup thing if a stake is sold to that investment group. Okay, so I'm, as I do, I'm tooting around, minding my own business, working in the yard, and I hear from my spirit crew, McConnell law. Like, McConnell law? What's McConnell law? Well, they showed and told me that behind the scenes right now, there are certain Democrats who are in office who are planning what to do ahead of time because they truly do feel that it is going to be a blue wave. And they want to, when it happens in January, be able to start right away with stuff. Now, I'm not talking about the head of the DNC chair. I'm talking about key senators and congressmen and Obama, which I'd already shared how I see him chatting with Carney in Canada, and also the president of Mexico and other world leaders. But this is a group of senators and congressmen who are sitting down and thinking, okay, we need to get things started right away when we take over in January. So one of the things that they're talking about is they are calling it the McConnell Law, just off the record, so that this can never happen again, where people in office can be gone this long, still collect their paycheck, all of their benefits, and just be gone and not do their job, not be able to be there and vote. And so they want to end this, and they're calling it the McConnell Law behind the scenes. So I thought that was interesting. Also interesting is that with all of this, me seeing these people talking about what they need to do right away to correct things, is I was told Agenda 2028. And the McConnell Law is part of it. They're talking about how they're going to have to reverse things. A lot of it is to help us, of course, but what they can do right away, including 2027 when they don't have a supermajority, what can they do for that? And they're coming with the list. And so I am calling it Agenda 2028. Okay, in the meantime, Bashir increasingly every day is looking more and more weak because he is not doing anything about the McConnell issue. He's like covering himself by saying, well, isn't it better that he's not voting? Okay, whatever, dude. If he appointed someone or said we're going to have a special election, that would force the McConnell team to prove that something about McConnell, that he will be right back to voting, something. But what he's doing now, just by ignoring it, that's not how he's going to become a president. That is not what people are looking for in a president. And seriously, what would Mitch McConnell do in this situation? You know. Okay, the Fauci faux outrage show happened, yesterday, day before? God, I don't even know. It's all blending together. Actually, the energy has been so crazy this week that I have my Zen Boston out here because it makes me happy. It helps to calm me down. Anyway, the Fauci show happened, and it is just an attempt at revisionist history. It's going to backfire. I mean, Trump gave him an award for what he did. He saved lives. And it's really going to backfire, I was told, with the independents who are seeing through this revisionist history thing. And also, so many of us were affected, or knew people who were affected by COVID. Like I have said, when Trump was elected, I was told by my guys that there is going to be a worldwide illness. And this was back in 2016, 2015. There's going to be a worldwide illness, and people are going to die. There's going to be a lot of deaths. He's not going to handle it well. And I am going to get it, but I will survive. So I held on to that as I was very ill, as I had to go to the emergency room, and as I had long COVID. And when I heard that Fauci was on it, and also that they were working on a vaccine, I was ready for it. I was ready to get it as soon as it came out, and as many other people were, because we truly believed that there was an illness. Now, things weren't handled the best, but Trump was president. So, of course, I was told in 2015 about that. So when 2024 happened, well, before Trump was elected, when I was told Trump is going to be elected and all of that I've shared with you already, I believed it because I'd already been told that he was going to be elected and about the pandemic ahead of time. So I'm not always told things. I don't always share things that I want to share. And there are people that post, well, you're only posting what you want to hear. Well, no, I'm posting answers to questions that I am asked and what I hear. And that's what I am sharing. Do you think I want to share that Tellerico is tied with Paxton? I mean, to me, he should be ahead. He should be far ahead, but he's not. I say Andy Barr, I've said for a long time, I'm still seeing Andy Barr winning in Kentucky. So just stop with that. Stop. Okay. Elon Musk, the world's first trillionaire, was interviewed last week. And he said that he got too involved in politics in 2024. He also said he got carried away, quite frankly, and he would do a lot less in the future. Then this Wednesday, SpaceX got a $1.6 billion deal from the United States for 18, I think it was 18, yeah, anyway. And then he came out and said that he was going to help politically again, but just to get people out to vote that wouldn't necessarily vote in midterms, like GOP people. But I'm being told that this is going to backfire. First of all, it is a much different political climate than 2023, 2024. And it's going to be more like when he helped out in Wisconsin for a court appointment or something. It's not going to go over like it did before. So don't get too upset about that. That's what I'm being told. Time to hydrate. Okay, like I said, before I get to this, I did want to share that I'm being told don't be surprised if Trump has some missing days coming up, as he does. And I personally, entertainment purposes only, I believe he's getting medical treatments. But so I can get that out of the way before I forget about that. I get things coming in, incoming. Okay, so like I said, it's been a really rough week energetically. There is so much going on and chaos and all that. So, which, I mean, I expected. I did share we need to buckle up, and I take that advice to myself as well. And I do try to protect, but it's a lot. It's a lot. So I said, can you please, I'm just going to sit down and meditate, and let's look at who we see winning in midterms. So I was shown Ossoff in Georgia, Troy Jackson in Maine, which is nice. That's a new one. Becerra in California, and California is going to be just fine. He's going to be really good for California. He's calming and he has experience. Cooper in North Carolina, new one. Jolly in Florida. And one thing that is helping Jolly is this new thing that was announced about Trump getting rid of the assistance for Medicare, Part D. Yeah, I think that's it. The assistance for it that Biden had set up. And I was shown that place in Florida where a lot of seniors go to live. It's called the something, I can't remember. Anyway, there are a lot of people in Florida this is going to affect, and they are going to get really upset, and they vote. So this is going to help Jolly in Florida. Sherrod Brown in Ohio the data center issue in Ohio is going to help him. And this is independents, both sides, and even there's even people that triple voters for Trump that have had it, along with other things. And so that's really going to help Sherrod Brown. Tellerico is 50-50, which in Texas is amazing. I'm hoping he pulls forward. But anyway, it's 50-50 right now, which is, I'm going to go with good. Turek in Iowa, which I had mentioned last time, I was going to surprise people. And did you happen to see that ad with Obama? Oh, I had a happy tear in my eye over that. Nostalgia tears. But anyway, it was a great ad, and I do see him pulling ahead. And then I was shown Montana like purplish. So I'm hoping that that is something that's going to happen. Before we get into good news, something around here that I consider a good sign is there is a house in one of the entrances to our neighborhood. There's a house, and it's a decently sized home. It's wide. And this guy has, since 2016, had Trump stuff. I mean, he had banners made and had them all over his house. He also had a "Let's Go Brandon." He's a veteran, so he has veteran flags and stuff up too, as do a lot of veterans. And I mean, that is wonderful. But he also had Trump stuff all over his house and in his yard. The other day, I drove by and it was all taken down, except for the veteran stuff. Yep. So Trump is burning some bridges there with this war and other things that he's doing. Very interesting. I looked at the house and I went, did he paint? Oh, no, wait a minute. He didn't paint. Stuff is missing. All right, so let's get on to the good news. As we always do, we have to end with good news. So there is it's called the Mojave Micro Mill, being built in California. And it's the first steel mill that will run on electricity powered solely from solar and wind. That they have their own solar panels. They are making rebar from recycled metal as well. And it's set to open in 2027. It's going to create almost 1,000 jobs. And it's going to eliminate 370,000 tons of greenhouse gases annually. Now, this is a model for how things are going to be on the other side of this nexus of all of this mess. Jobs, and I said this last time as well, that I've seen jobs are going to be coming back and created for solar and wind again, but also businesses like this that use that to recycle and do other positive things as well. Also, in Montana, this 14-year-old boy named Jory was visiting his grandparents who lived by the Yellowstone River. And they were just hanging out. He is a kid who started getting into rodeo, and he just got obsessed with the lasso, and he practiced all the time, his lariat, and practiced on calves and hay bales as they do. And so they're hanging out in their yard by the river, and they hear people yelling for help. Well, what had happened was this raft of people were going down the river. And when I was up in Montana visiting my son and grandchildren, the river was really running. It was all the melt off, and it had rained a lot, and so it was moving right along. So these people were in a raft, and they hit a pier and they fell out. 3 of them got to shore, but one of them was in the river going down, and he was hanging on to a cooler to stay afloat, but he was heading to the rapids. And so Jory, without thinking twice, went into the river up to his chest and had convinced the guy to let go of the cooler, and he roped him his neck and shoulder and started pulling him in, and another guy did go out and help him reel him in and saved his life. Isn't that fabulous? And his father is a volunteer firefighter, so the apple does not fall far from the tree. Good job, Dad. Good job, Dad. Oh, here's the wind and chimes are happening. If you're offended, I'm sorry. I can't control wind. Not in my toolkit. Not in my wheelhouse. So isn't that a fabulous one? I thought that was wonderful. If any of you have tried working with a lariat, it is hard. I was married to a rancher. I lived on a real ranch, not just a 4-cow ranch. We had cattle, we had sheep, we had horses, we had 2 places and out in the desert. So it was a real ranch. And some of the guys were really good at roping. I was horrible at it. I was horrible. But when it came time to brand or to doctor, for some reason, the mamas would let me be in the corrals with them. And so I would take the rope and walk up and put it around the calves' necks. And so that was how Valerie roped. But and the guys would like be really quiet because they knew not to upset anything, and they'd tell me the calf, and I'd just walk in and put the rope around it, and then we'd carry on. But roping is definitely a talent. And lastly, my bird herd is back. Yay! I have like 11 finches and blue jays and goldfinches and doves. They are back. So let's celebrate that. It's the little miracles in life that really do amaze us all, aren't they? Just look for those little miracles. It will raise your vibration, along with practicing gratitude every morning. I go out every night and practice gratitude right after it gets dark in my yard. So anyway, oh my goodness, this is a long one. Sorry about that. I had a lot to talk about. It's been a week, hasn't it? Yeah, it has. Okay, so if you have any questions for the Q&A, go to the community page on Dimensions, and there'll be a post, and just put them under there, and I will be back for Q&A Sunday or Monday. Both days are supposed to be really warm, so we'll see. But thank you again for watching. Thank you again for sharing and subscribing and commenting. It keeps us in the algorithm. And we'll see you coming up in a couple days, believe it or not. I can't believe the weekend starts tomorrow. So we'll see you then. Bye.